Ride around like a carousel, like a tea and she caramel. Fucking in, we never tell. I beat it up, no show and tell. Red bottles, Deutsche bottles, she dripping tourist house.
Yo, back in the building once again. It is your boy Steven the Dream. Another edition of This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa, King Cannon, and we are in the building with my boy Gastonia's very young. I would say Charlotte's very young because he seems like he's home in the city now, but I know he's repping all over. Got my boy Montana in the building. What's good with you, man?
What's good with it, man? Coolin', bro. Out here working, man.
Gotta be, man. Gotta be. Of course, you got, crazy. It's dogs everywhere looking out for us, man. Shout out my boy 20 Vision in the building too, man. The whole team out here. Yeah, I'm blowing his cover now. He want to walk in. He gotta let it be known who out here. But glad to have you here, man. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. Last time I saw you, we was in a great situation, really.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to Sud in the media event from last week. That was a great situation. But I really think that a lot of great artists were out there to network, and a lot of great media platforms were there. Did you, were you able to network with some new people, maybe some old faces, some faces that you maybe heard about and didn't get a chance to meet?
Most definitely, like my first time actually meet DJ Issa. So
oh wow,
that was big because I always heard about him, but it's like we always miss each other. Like he'd be here and I'd be gone.
Okay.
Or he'd be at the event and I'm booked for a show.
Okay.
So it was definitely a pleasure to meet him. I already know DJ Trap. That's my boy. He's actually responsible for getting me on the radio my first track. Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And my boy Jay Stacks was out there, crazy producer out there.
Jay Stacks is dope.
Jay Wish Sosa was there. I met some other dope artists that was out there, you know what I'm saying? So most definitely it was an experience. Some coalition DJs out there.
Yes, sir.
So it was just like really just talking, putting a face with a name. Cause I feel like with my career, I feel like with my career, a lot of people know my name, but they don't know my face. So I definitely try to get out there with making sure people know who I am, this, that, and the fourth.
Okay.
And so that what was big for me was just actually putting a name with this and that and the fourth,
Absolutely. Speaking of the radio play, the song that we intro to has been getting some radio play for sure.
Yes, sir.
Talk about how that record came together. How long that one's been really, how long you maybe been holding that record.
Hey, so the story behind that record is crazy, bro. So it's actually produced by 20 and the Bungees. So everybody knows me at 20. You don't get me without 20. So 20 Vision, that's my whole team. And then the Bungees, which is Gabriel, Jules, whatnot. So actually 2 years ago, bro, the song had a whole different hook on it.
Oh, so
we remade it. We didn't ever put it out. It was called Round and Round. And we was just like, the sound, you get numb to your own sound. So it was like, I felt like it was a hit. And then we was like, well, we're going to market this real big. Or whatever not. And so we sat down in a meeting, and Gabe was actually like, I feel like we need to put Jay Hines on this hook. So we made a phone call. Me and Jay Hines went to the studio. He came out to hook out. I redid the verses to clean it up because your growth of music grows over time. So I redid the verses to make them sound real clean. And my management was like, I don't know if it's it. So one night I just snuck it out.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I just snuck it out, and they was mad, but
I'm sure they was. Hey man, that's what management's for. Yeah. But you had a different vision for it.
Yeah, I feel
right?
like it could go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mama don't even she don't listen to my music that much because she said I say too much bad things, about women and stuff. So she was like, but when she heard it, she was like, oh, I like that one. So I feel like she blessed it enough. When she said she liked that, I was like, I'm gonna put it out.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's doing its thing for sure.
Yeah, it's
definitely, we're going to have to look at management and say, hey, man, trust me sometime. Trust me sometime. I got the right, I know what I'm doing sometimes out here, right? Let's talk about, again, what you got going on now. I see the team. Your team is strong, and the way that you're able to move. I've sat and I've listened to you speak in different interviews about making sure your business is together.
Most definitely.
Just speak about the business in general and how important you've realized that is, making sure that part of the art is together, because it's the art, it's the business, and when you put them both together, you can see what it could turn into. But talk about what you've had to do to really get that on par to where you wanted to be?
So most definitely, when it come down to really doing this music thing the right way, if you got a car outside, right, you know what I'm saying, you got a nice car outside, I don't care what it is, it's a Lamborghini, we're going to say, we dreaming big, feel me?
Yeah.
It's a Lamborghini sitting outside, but if you ain't got no tires on it, what's the point of having it?
That's big facts.
So a lot of people got a lot of talent, but they don't have enough common sense, or they too lazy to go get the other parts needed for the car to go.
Okay.
So man, I got the car, but I got a Lamborghini. Do you got one? But I got a Honda and it moved because it got wheels on it. You know what I'm saying?
What's more important?
What's more important?
Yeah.
Moving or staying static because you say people know me. So I think putting the wheels on a car and that's your career is very big. And your wheels in your car don't go nowhere unless you got gasoline.
Okay.
And your gasoline is really your knowledge.
10-4.
You know what I'm saying? So the body of the car is you. Your wheels in your car is your team. And to make that thing go is the gasoline. That's that knowledge. So you can't move properly in this game unless you got knowledge. And that's what I do. Like every day I'm on the internet. I spend 3 hours on the internet, not on social media, but I actually read a lot.
Right.
I read DJ Khaled, The Keys. I'm gonna start reading Prince J book now. And I really just do a lot of studying when it comes down to it. And I feel like, anybody can blow up. I feel like it isn't anybody. But when you blow up, are you trying to feed your kids or are you trying to feed your kids' kids? You can feed your kids off of just blowing up, but you can feed your kids' off of blowing up with knowledge. So once you know more in the music game, you gain 40% more. Right. Leor said that in the interview. If you know knowledge, you get 40% more of your money than what you would have if you didn't.
And a lot of people be looking for, 5-10 years down the road, where did it go?
Yeah.
How did you blow up like this? And how am I broke? Because baby, you don't know what your own money's doing. You don't know where it's going. But if you're able to obtain that knowledge through self, you'll never worry about, like you said, your children's children again. And that's huge. And I like the fact that you are an artist that I can tell takes care of that part of their career. I heard you a while ago. You were getting a lot of airplay from, again, I think some people from within your team had some great opportunities and maybe helped you get into some places on the radio as far as they supported you as well. What kind of support have you felt from maybe not just Gastonia back where you're home, but how about Charlotte as well?
I want to say, and I keep things real. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm from Gastonia.
Okay.
But Charlotte really embraced me. At the beginning.
10-4.
And so I recently now I went back. I'm really focusing on making sure I love my city as much as they love me. So I'm really doing a lot of events there. So, but Charlotte, I felt like was open arms, and I hate when people say, "Well, my city don't support, or this don't support." You got to get on something to support. Nobody supports bullshit. You feel me? So once they see you moving right, and they see you doing this right, and then you can walk in any situation and dap up anybody without no beef or no drama. It don't matter, and people respect that. And when they see you moving the correct way, they respect that a lot more. So I think Charlotte really, and I don't like to compare it to nobody else, not like Atlanta, but I really feel like this is what it's going to be.
Yeah,
we got talent, and I feel like a lot of artists right now are harder than the ones coming out of Atlanta. No disrespect towards them, but they got one thing down there that we haven't really developed yet. And they have a lot more of the business down there.
100%.
They have a lot more managers down there. We don't have that here. So once we get that here, and like me right now personally, I could probably manage an artist. But I don't have the time to do it. So I'm teaching my brothers who aren't musically inclined. I'm teaching them the business. So we can bring managers here that know the business.
Right.
Because I done walked through all the no's already.
Talk about that too. Talk about maybe some things that, and we'll jump into maybe some of which is your past. But talk about maybe some of the things that you had to learn. Maybe you had to get burned on some things before. You don't have to speak on specific people or specific examples. But was there a time when you were just like, I ain't doing this no more, man. This ain't working. Such and such is doing me wrong. I don't feel like it's really jumping for me like this. Was there anything that you could attest to? Okay,
I'm gonna give you two situations. Coming up and already being in a better position. So when I first started doing this whole thing, it's like you go to shows and you have like 10 people there. That's a big one. If you can get past that right there, I feel like you can get past anything, because you be like, damn, I'd have been promoting all week. And everybody said it coming. You get there, man, my comment. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's when you find out if your confidence is really there.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna put a show on whether it's 5 people or it's 5,000 people. It don't really matter. I'm gonna put a show on for you. So that was big. and then like just want people to share music, like the simple things. You don't understand why. That was the biggest part. So then I felt like recently, and this was like 2 months, like 2 months ago. It's not even 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I literally sat down with my whole management team, and the people know my team is huge. Like they're really huge. There's only two,
and your team's working too.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. And we sat in the studio, and I really broke down to them. And we saying this for the fans to get to know who I am, and now this stuff I don't talk about online. But I really broke down. And I was like, bro, I done did these shows.
Yeah,
I done been on the radio. I don't know what my disconnect is to bring it to the next level. I got songs, I got features people nobody even know nothing about. And I said, I think I'm just going to back off and stop doing music, bro. I think I'm just going to manage somebody. I said, I think I'm just going to take on business with it and handle family things. And they was like, no. Are you making music for yourself? Or are you making music for your fans? What are you doing? What's going to make you feel better? That was on a Friday. So I'm real spiritual. So that Friday night, Saturday, I prayed. And I just talked to God, I meditated. And I said, hey, if it's confirmation I need, send me that confirmation for what I need to do. That Monday morning, I woke up, my Facebook going crazy. Pound was playing "Won't You."
Wow.
And that's how the song. And I didn't even know. So it was on the radio. People going crazy on everything. I'm on all my social media. I'm like, they playing with me, bro.
Yeah.
So right after that, Incognito, from Pound 98,
of course,
hit me up. He say, hey, I'm gonna let you headline Nick Grant and Jamie Ray at the Block Party. Knock that show out. Then at that show, I got booked for 3 more shows. And I was like, okay, so God's speaking to me.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you gotta back away from yourself and talk to your upper power, whoever you believe in.
Right.
Like I can't put my God on everybody else.
Okay.
But I prayed and I just said, okay, what I need to do, and that's what happened.
That's a blessing, bro, because you was that close to just changing paths.
Yeah.
And God just said, nah, I got you here for a reason. Let's just stay with it. Believe in me. Because I say it a lot of times, like you said, whoever your maker is, if you ask him, he'll tell you. Yeah, he'll show you. He won't tell you. He'll show you exactly what need to be going on. And if you can believe in it and stick with it, you'll be all right.
Yeah. Like sometimes he got to take you to that place where you can get above yourself sometimes. Right. He got to bring you down. So, and that ain't it, bro. So after that happened, me and 20 just, part of my man, we just flew on a private jet to a meeting.
I want to get into that. I want to get into that on the third part of it because I want to dive into that whole experience, man. Because y'all was I'm not a hater by any means of the definition. But if I didn't feel no type of way that weekend, but in a good way, of course. But I didn't feel those. I said, the hell they got going on, bro? What the hell? I ain't on this PJ right now. You know what? But we'll get into that in a minute.
Oh yeah, we get into that.
I want to know. Were you always for Montana?
Nah, most definitely not.
Who was before for Montana?
Before the Butterfly? That was at the Cocoon?
Yeah. Well, you was growing. Who was that?
Yeah, I was, they just call me Forte, the number 4, T-A-Y.
Forte.
Yeah, and Drake had some altercations with a rapper named Forte, and it was spelled the exact same way. And I was like, well, if this man going for Drake neck because of his name this, I don't want no altercations with him later on. Okay. So I actually put up a thing because I really try to connect with fans. And I was like, do y'all want to go by just 4? Or do y'all want to go by IV? Y'all pick. Right, and they picked IV. And the reason I stick with 4 because I do music for 4 different reasons.
Talk about it.
My 4 reasons is I definitely got kids. Okay. So for them, my grandmother, my whole family do music. For my grandmother, for the struggle, and most definitely to always better myself. Okay. And Montana means mountains. So those 4 reasons all come with different mountains you got to get across to feel like you achieve what they want to be happy with, why they be happy for you. So I put Montana with it so I can always remember the mountains I had to cross. So that's how I got 4 Montana.
That's deep. That's and from going from Forte to for Montana and to have that meaning behind it, it probably gives you even more reason to get your name out there because when somebody when I ask you what is the name and you just broke it down to me, it's no question and it makes sense too. Did you always see yourself being an artist? Did you come up maybe feeling like you had the talent to do the music? Maybe someone was pushing you to tell you this is the lane you need to be in, man. Go after it. Go write a song. Go record.
Nah, definitely no. Like okay. Like I said, my grandmother, all of them sing. My mama sing. My sister sing. Everybody musically inclined. Like all my cousins are producers. Okay. I actually wanted to be a meteorologist.
A meteorologist.
Yeah, that's what I really
Get out of here,
bro,
man.
I swear for God. I'm gonna tell you why, but I got scared one time when the wind was blowing too hard, and I wanted to understand why the wind was blowing hard as it was, and where the rain come from and the thunder. I wanted to know these things, cause I promise you, bro. Like my mama was like, she would tell everybody, my son gonna be a meteorologist. That's what I love science when I was in school.
Okay.
And then I just got to a point where I was like, school.
Okay.
And then I wasn't be a meteorologist no more. But then when I said that, I started getting a lot of trouble. I got depressed a lot. And I just started writing poetry.
Okay.
And then one day my brother heard me writing, and he was like, man, if you just say that on the beat, bro, you really rapping. I was like, bro, no. And then he called one of our homeboys. He had like a little at-home studio. He brought the whole studio to my mama's house, and we just went in the den. And my first song I rapped over Roger That.
Okay. The Wayne joint? Wayne, Nicki. Was that Wayne and Nicki?
Yeah, and it was
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
I rapped over that little cover, and he was like, dog, you straight. I was like, yeah. Well, I would never let nobody hear that, though, but I was like, yeah, I like it. So I just really, it took me to a different place to hear myself come out some speakers. And I just really dove into it. And, of course, somebody really believed in you at the beginning. Yeah. And I just kept, if I'm going to believe in something, I got to believe in something that's going to put me in a positive place.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. You did speak about depression, and I want to get into a freestyle that you did.
Yeah.
Talk about this freestyle and kind of give us the reason why you did it. What is it about? And we're gonna let the video speak for itself, but talk about that as well.
So basically, like my grandma was my best friend, and I always wear this bracelet. You know what I'm saying? She made it before she passed away.
Okay.
And she left, and when she left, I disconnected from music. Like I had tracks that was back. I was still moving on the internet, but I gained like 25 pounds. I was just. So now I switched all that up, I gained like 25 pounds. I was out of shape. And I said, she would not be happy with this. So I sat down and I was okay. I just wrote my thoughts down one day. And I said, why do you sit back and wonder why you worry about what you don't have? You got to look at what you came from.
Yeah.
So I focus on what I came from. And I focus on people who want to see me fail. And if I keep sitting back and throwing this away and not going hard as I know I can, like when I first walked into Charlotte and I first got into Atlanta, then I'm giving everybody who doubted me what they wanted. So I wrote the freestyle on a situation where I talked about what I thought in my brain, and what people see, and then what I came from. And I just highlighted that because depression is big, and I think people don't even know they suffer from it. And once you can identify a problem, you can attack it. So, like, when I wrote the freestyle, I went pescatarian, so I don't eat no red meat, no pork, no chicken. I don't eat fish.
Changed it up.
I changed it up. And I said, if I'm going to do this right, I'm going to change it up the whole way. And that's what I did, man. I just really had a soul search to bring myself back to who I was and find a love for this again. So
that's big, man. And I commend you for doing that. A lot of people will relate. A lot of people will... when they see the video, they might not even know it. You might again bring it to the light of what they have going on in their life, and that's what music does to us. So I want to go ahead and play the video. It's This, That, and the Third interview series. We're here with Fort Montana. We're gonna play the video, get back into this PJ life that we didn't get a chance to talk about, but we'll be right back.
They give a nigga two options, win or lose. If you heard I feel lost, stop believing the news. I done Cuban on my neck and I done bloody my shoes. In a 91 Honda, had nothing to lose. Driving 2 hours just to get in the booth. Running out of gas, we was pushing the coupe. Grandma selling work just to bring in the food. Mama doing double shifts, I was on some other shit. Losing all my confidence, drinking on that purple shit. Running from the consequence, I was on some foolish shit. I used to smile so you niggas wouldn't see the pain. Walking Hudson Boulevard in the fucking rain. Now I'm rockin' time for it. Trustin' bitches ain't no time for it. We all solid, asphalt. If you pussy, that's your ass fault. I'm from the bottom where it's nothing, nigga. You get it in or you out, nigga.
All right, we're back live. This, that, and the third interview series presented by On the Check-In with your boy DJ Issa, King Cannon. We are here. Steven the Dream, Full Montana is here. Just saw the video. What's that called? That freestyle called?
It was the Cardi B Get Up 10.
Okay.
So I just did that. We just called it. We just named it. I forgot what we named it, bro.
Can they find it? Or
they can find this on YouTube. You just type in Full Montana Get Up 10 freestyle.
Okay. Y'all make sure to check that out. So we get into the third of our series interview right now, and I want to speak on something you alluded to earlier. And I don't know how in deep we can get into it because I don't know what the situation is, but I know that recently you was on a PJ.
Yeah.
That's the private jet for y'all that don't understand. You was making some type of move. I'm sure it wasn't just for show. I'm sure it had something to do with it. Can you talk about what you were doing that weekend? What was that a weekend? It was recently. I know it was last week.
I think we flew on a Friday.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
Well, can you give me location? Can you give me who maybe was in it? Can you? I mean, just whatever you can tell us about it. You know?
So basically, like, I've been talking. I can't like. They made this clear. I can't really put out names.
Don't get yourself.
I ain't gonna get myself in a bad situation, but I was talking to like labels.
Okay.
So
that's dope.
Again, this is knowledge, bro. You don't have to move big for everybody to see you, as long as the right people do see you.
Right.
So I just been talking with the right people, and when you know that business or whatever, not, it's all about them making money back off you, and if you can show them you can make money yourself, it makes sense to them. So it's actually my third situation with a label.
Okay.
And this was just more sweeter, and they just went all the way out. And that was
clearly
like, they went all the way out. So actually they contacted, the whole situation through 20. And he always, if everybody know 20, this man would joke all the time. And he called me, he was like, bro, we flying out tomorrow. I was like, well, you lying, stop playing. He was like, no, we flying out. So they actually had a driver that drove us and all this stuff, and we flew out, did a little meeting, and then we came back, and we just waiting. So I got some, yeah. It's gonna be amazing.
It's all in timing though. Let me ask you, what's on a PJ, man? I don't have that excitement. I ride coach, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even ride first class. My pops works for the airport. He still don't give me the first class seats. What is on a private? What did you see that maybe that wasn't your first time? Maybe it was.
That was definitely my first time.
Okay.
Money ain't got that long yet.
Okay.
But I mean,
was it everything you expected?
Yeah, definitely. Like you get on there and they keep the pilot door open. You can see them driving the plane.
Okay.
That was definitely different.
No cockpit really is.
Because when I got my first airplane, it was like you saying, coach, and they shut the door. You don't know what the hell going on. So, like this whole time, they talking to us and they give us drinks to get on there, and they ain't searching no bags.
Ain't searching no bags?
Nah, bro. Like when we get there, you know what I'm saying? We walk to the airport, and the pilot don't even know who you is. They just know only important people really ride PJ. So he come up to me and say, I don't know who you are. Because I had my Cuban on tonight. He's like, I don't know who you are. He said, but I got to get a selfie for my kids. So, like, stuff like that. But, like, I was like, oh, okay.
White man?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
He was like, let me get a selfie. And then, they flew us, and it was just a good experience. I mean, the seats lay all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Everything wood grain in there. It was definitely a different, it gave you a reason not to give up.
Right.
Because somebody can just make a phone call, say, I'm putting y'all on a plane tomorrow, and the plane ride costs this amount of money, and they're like, no sweat off their back. And I think that's very motivational. Yeah,
and it has to be. And the reason I knew it was something because from what I see, you're not a showy type person either way. So the fact that you would even put it out there, it let me know it meant a lot to you, but it was more to it than just I'm just here flexing and flashing. I'm really showing y'all you could be here. You know, if you put in the work, if you doing what it takes to get there, this could be you.
Yeah, most definitely. Because like what. Of course, we put the edit out of it, like a recap. We didn't show what's in the sky.
Right.
So, of course, people got to run with certain things. So, people was like, they pull a battle line challenge.
They trying to run out.
So, they trying to run off. So, but people didn't know that I went live on the PJ. You could be live, phone calls and everything. So, I was live on it. So, how do we go back and repost a video showing what's in the sky? And not to prove a point to nobody. It was really just to protect my name, because if people think you lying now, they think you lying then.
10-4.
So I was like, boom, this would happen, and really, I used to drive a 1990 Honda, bro. I used to drive from Gasoline to Asheville up a mountain in a 90 Honda with a cracked radiator, stopping at every gas station to get radiator fluid. Just get up there and record 2 hours.
Dang.
And I used to run out of gas on my way back. So that was my motivational thing. Like, bro, I went from this point. My brother, I just called my brother, hey, bro, can you, when you got work, help me push your car off the road? And to do that, I feel like it's a lot to be talked about. And I never get on there and say, hey, I'm bigger than nobody. Because people, I inbox feedback every day. Yeah. And I talk to my fans every day. I don't know if you've seen on my page where I put up a thing that said, if I inspire you.
I thought that was dope.
You know, if I inspire you, like it. And
yeah.
then when after they like it, I took my own personal time. I didn't get this task to no friend.
Had to take time.
I took time and went back and saved everybody's profile picture, and I made a big collage and just to tell them I love them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they probably, that touched them probably in ways, but and all they had to do was just say a word. Just let them know that, let you know you support, and you sent it back to them tenfold. I mean, that's dope.
Like I see you. So I feel like a lot of artists get, when I feel like they hit the 10K mark on Instagram, which I'm way past it now, and
but that 10K
they get that K beside their name. They feel like they ain't got to talk to nobody. They like, the more you touch your audience and you touch their hearts, the more they're gonna bring to your shows.
Right.
If you know music, you don't make money off the radio. You make money off these shows.
Right.
So you need to make sure your people know they can touch you. So that was what that purpose was. To show people like I'm a real genuine dude. That plane ride didn't change nothing. I'm still like, I'm starting my own charity that will, like, all types of stuff I got going on.
That's dope. So that's dope, man. I definitely commend you for like I said, when I see you in these interviews, when I hear the music, I can just see a complete artist and what you're putting together. I commend your team for really getting behind you.
Shout out them.
And really seeing the talent there, but also understanding this is a brother that's gonna take care of business when it's time, and when these labels come and these situations come, they not just coming for Montana. Clearly, they come for everybody, because you can't move without them in a sense, the way you want to.
And I'm not signing without them. So that's how it go. Like,
gotta take care of your people, man.
Yeah, you get the whole package. And I look at it like this: if a label come to me and say, "Hey, we want you," I'm about to cut out your whole middleman. I come with the whole complete pack. I got videographers.
I got it.
I got everything. So don't even worry about no budget. Like on that side, I'm going to final team.
Right.
I got mine, and we already worked together. It was working. Let's not mess this up. So
exactly.
I don't sign nothing unless they're talking about making sure everybody eat.
I like that, man. If before we get out of here, if you got a track for me, if you want to play.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you something. I just recorded. Actually, it was based off of just the plane ride, and people want to see me fail, and this and the third, and tomorrow I'm at a high school. I'm doing a freshman transition class tomorrow.
That's dope.
Yeah, I speak a lot of high schools and stuff.
I see that too. I think that's dope. The fact that you'll take your time out of your day to speak to these kids, because a lot of times artists don't realize that could be your biggest market in some senses. They and if you an artist that the parents can also get behind in a way too, they gonna buy the music for the kid. They gonna go out there and make sure the kids come to the show. They gonna make sure it happens. You just gotta find your market, and you gotta be able to run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got something before you do, let the people know again. It's the This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Esud, King Cannon. Definitely appreciate For Montana for dropping some knowledge, dropping some jewels with us as well. I'm gonna let you give your socials. Let them know what you got going on as far as how they can reach you.
Yeah, most definitely get at me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the Gmail, ivmontana_. I'm open for booking, features. Just get at me, man. We can make something happen. Catch me at all these schools. I'm be at the rest of this year. I'm talking to the kids. My charity is coming soon. I'm doing a lot more interviews. I always try to bring the best to every interview, so get at me.
Definitely dope. It's your boy Steven the Dream For Montana. This, That, and the Third interview series. We'll see y'all next time.
That's a wrap, brothers.
Hold on real quick. Still playing.